Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing out there? Got a couple folks in here. Might have a few more trickle in. I'm doing all right. I was up kind of late last night. Not doing anything shouldn't have been doing, but a little. Need to get some caffeine in me. Let's put it that way. Bar timer disabled. Why is my bar timer disabled? Let's try to reconnect with my connection here. I got a couple minutes. I can do it quick. If anybody else wants to jump in on this, we'll dive into the charts. Just reestablishing my connection here with NinjaTrader. I'm trading my NinjaTrader today. I got NinjaTrader CQG. I don't know why this thing is saying bar timer disabled. It's freaking annoying. Just giving it a minute here to populate some of this stuff. We will dive into it. We had some earnings coming out last night, or this morning as well. Appreciate the likes, guys. Man, my computer is not like all the streaming and everything going on at once here, does it? Couple minutes. Appreciate your patience. I tried to fix the latency issues. So let's see if it's a little quicker today. The live stream. It's quite a delay yesterday. I think it should be faster today. Good morning, sir. Master Chef Truckin'. Good morning. Thanks for being here and thanks for the new subscribe, man. Appreciate it. Oh, good. I got my bar timers back up. Seems like it's somewhat cooperating. I'm waiting for this weekly volume profile to come on here. Is there something interesting on there I want to point out? Up. I just need it to populate. Disney reported this morning. I think it's up like 8% right now. Disney is popping. Who else do we have? We had ARM, which is a semiconductor report last night. They're up like 20 or 30% or something. I think what we're seeing here with the market is this is nothing. I think the market is kind of ignoring this whole interest rate thing, and this is all just earnings driven. So I wish this stupid volume profile would come on here. I think it takes forever. What's it doing? What's it got to do here that's so difficult? There was something that I was going to pull up here. As soon as that volume profile gets on there, we'll talk about the chats. We can look at just the news headlines real quick. Pull up CNBC. Appreciate you guys being here. Caught the drop on the ES, nice. All right, so let's just skim through these headlines here. Disney's popping here. I wouldn't touch Disney. Disney is a boring stock to be involved with. I think it's gonna mean revert here in a second, and we'll just be back to moving sideways. Nvidia, God, I love Nvidia, but just all this stuff is up so high. I just can't bring myself to buy the top of it. Oh, my stream is like, my stream is pretty good. I think I fixed some of the latency issues that I had yesterday. So you guys should be seeing this with only about a 1 or 2 second delay. Morning, Bob. Let's see. Something else I want. Gosh, I don't see the. Yeah, so ARM. That thing is really moving this morning. There we go. We got our volume profile. That thing is really moving this morning. I don't know. I think technicals right now is what I'm most interested in. We've got all the Mag 7 already reported, but we still are just in earnings season. It's driving things up. You can look real quick also at the news we got coming out today. Initial jobless claims already came out. That came out at 7:30. They were fewer than expected, which this is printing green because this is a Forex chart. But again, the Fed really wants to cool off the economy. They need things to calm down before they start cutting interest rates. So this is not that great of a number for indices. We've got Fed Barkin, whoever that guy is, talking at 11. These are Eastern time. I don't know why. This is Eastern, so this would be 11 my time, 11:05 a.m. my time. Fed monetary policy report tomorrow coming out 10 a.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Central. I'm sorry, 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern. I don't know. I don't know about that. I probably will be slowing down yet tomorrow anyway, around 10 a.m. on a Friday. So I'm not seeing a whole lot going on in the news that's really going to drive the market one way or the other. Let's take a look at technicals. Did have all those earnings come out. So let's just look at these zones that we had drawn out. So right now it is 8:18 a.m. The market's going to open in about 12 minutes on February 8th, 2024. You can see these zones, the support, the resistance and support zone. We've got our resistance up here, this blue box, and then we've got our support down here, this blue box. This blue box support is not in play at all. I could just take it off. Let's look at that resistance zone because I think that is in play. What you're going to notice is if we look at the weekly volume profile, you can see this nice low volume node that has formed right here. That's providing support for sure. What was resistance is becoming support. We can see our price wicked off of it right over here as well. We can see it's wicking off of it pre-market right here. We have this low volume node. From a technical standpoint, this thing should push up. That LVN, fair value gap, whatever you want to call it, it's a low volume node right here. Also, what was resistance is now support. And we've got this nice bullish hourly candle right here. You can see we opened here at 8:08 and made a try to attempt to move down. Buyers bought it back up and we closed higher. This thing should want to push up. I can also see that this weekly volume profile is not complete. I think it's going to want to push up higher. Ultimately, I think we want to go up to 18,000. Is it going to be today or tomorrow? I don't know. But I think that's where it wants to go. This is actually probably a pretty good spot to buy it. Your stop is right down here at 87. And, take the thing up. I think this is a nice little pullback to go along on it. That being said, the market isn't open. I'm not going to tell you guys to buy it. I don't trade pre-market because if it were this easy, everybody would be making a bunch of money. The market can be very deceiving, and so just always want to be cautious of that. But I would suspect we want to make that move up. You can wait for this trend line here to break, us to get through the 20 SMA on the hourly. Buy it somewhere up here on the break. It may move up and then come back down and then go up. But I would expect us here to come back up to these highs, at least up here at 859. That's really not very far away. That's only 20 points. This is a pretty tight range going on here. Sorry for the clicking sound. I'm really working on that. I want to mark out this level here at 867, top of the band on the hourly, plus it's just this big resistance area up here. We could also just draw a box like that, maybe like that. It's probably gonna hit some resistance there. And yeah, it's just a really small range right now. We can look at ATR pre-market. It's only at 9, dropping down. We're below VWAP. This is actually, if I was looking at lower time frames, I actually like these shorts. We're ranging right below VWAP. I don't know what happened to my pen. My pen goes. My pen taking the morning off. You don't get the morning off pen. I like these. I like it when we're trading below VWAP. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. It's not working. And my computer, I think, just needs a break. Computer's like, dude, turn me off every once in a while. Working on my pen. Well, whatever. It's ranging here below VWAP. And we come up and we test VWAP again. These are nice little shorts that I like to take. Top of the range, VWAP rejection. You just take it down. You can see it doing that right now. Unfortunately, I just noticed it. It's also pre-market. I don't really want to trade that. But yeah, if that was during the market, I like taking those. We're negative delta, negative on the day, below VWAP. This is your short zone right up here at VWAP. You could just take it simply from 29 down to the 20 SMA. So again, it's only 3 points. The range isn't great today. What does that signal? It could signal that this big bull move's running out of steam. A lot of the headlines are talking about S&P reaching 5,000, and everybody's expecting some sort of pullback here, but you got to be careful of that too, because a lot of people are expecting these pullbacks, so people start getting short on it. And what happens when we bust through that 5,000 level on the S&P, or even here? You can see it here. The bands here on the NQ are opened up 18,000. I think we are going to hit that 18,000. This is a very bullish candle from yesterday, breaking through that resistance level. Trap a bunch of bears, trap a bunch of short sellers, and they got to switch and all of a sudden close out their position. They become buyers, and those buys, those stop loss orders, all of a sudden propel the thing up. So just be careful of it. Trading's tricky. Like I said, I don't try to go in predicting what the market's going to do. I try to just get on the gravy train with what it's doing. So we got markets going to open in about 6 minutes. Let me know how the stream's going, guys, if this thing is better today. I think the latency issues have been resolved. I think I've got a very low latency now. Yesterday, latency is just the delay between what I'm doing and what you guys are seeing. Yesterday it was too much. I adjusted some settings. I guess YouTube updated stuff since the last time since when I was streaming before. And you've got to go in and change some settings. So I tried doing that, and hopefully it's better. Now, hopefully the video quality's good and everything. If there's a problem, let me know. I have been known to ramble on, talking until someone says, "Hey, you're muted." And I'm like, "Oh shit." Nice bearish candle in the 5-minute. You take the short here, but I'm not shorting in pre-market. Coming in. If you see some trade setups, excuse me, some trade setups, I'd be looking for this descending trend line to break. us to get a move up, I'd really be looking for, the 20 SMA on the hourly to break. And, for us to get up through that level. You can also see this candle's kind of high rejection point. Also, this support area here, it's just such a small range. I mean, this thing, I think you need to be scalping it. Yeah, so, this move here. Gosh, I wish my pen was working. What's going on with you, pen? Very agreeable. My whole computer is not being very agreeable. But, yeah, I mean, this pocket here, I don't know if you can see it. I'll try to draw it with this. That's kind of a decent pocket to try to pick up right there. It's not very many points. You might, if you were good, I think 10, if you got 10 points out of that, I'd be happy with it. Yeah, so that's really the only thing I'm seeing right now. And then it's going to hit somebody's resistance up here. And then it might be the same trade, same play that we had yesterday, which was we break this big resistance zone and then it gets through that and then we form a high volume node, low volume support. And you take it up again, and again, I think 18,000 is in its sights. I think we've got some bears that are going to be, some short sellers that are going to be trapped, thinking that the market's so overextended. Might pop through it. This low volume node here, this is its, kind of line in the sand. If we look on the hourly, this is going to be its line in the sand right here, coming in. If it gets through that, and we move into this high volume node, price will quickly move through that LVN if it wants to go through it, quickly move through it, and then just drop and probably move down through this high volume node where it liked the prices before, and we're ranging in it over here. So, but we did break through this major level of resistance, choosing it as support. I suspect we're going to push off of it and make a move up. That's just my guess. Definitely have been wrong on my guesses going into the market. So, do your own research. Never copy my trades. Don't copy my trade ideas. This is just how I go through and try to find opportunities and kind of keep things in mind. You also don't want to get so married to an idea that, you actually miss the opportunity that's presenting itself in front of you. So try to keep an open mind with it. Alrighty, I'm going to go grab a cup of Joe. Go get a coffee and hopefully get back here in time for the market open. I'll be right back. All right, guys, we're back. Oh man, I came running in here. I spilled my coffee all over myself, all over my carpet. Dang it. Market's open. Came up through that level. Just wick through it. See what happens. Uh-oh. Trying to adjust some of my windows here, screwing stuff up. If you guys wouldn't mind giving this thing a like if you haven't, I'd appreciate it. It just will tell YouTube to put it out in front of other people. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it does. I don't really know how the algorithm works. Clearly. Pushing down. Maybe we break 13 and move back down to 08. God, the range is just so small. Just not a lot of meat on it. I feel like this is going to be the type of day where there's just not going to be any momentum. Like, kind of the way I trade is that I would wait for this level to break and then take it back down here to 02. I can totally see this thing wicking through, just coming down to like 12, 11, and then coming right back up. Delta's dropping. You got these this channel here. See if he gets through that. Then maybe wants to make a move up. I don't know. Looks rangy. I feel like you definitely get chopped up in all this. Not rangy, but indecisive. Better word. Yeah, I think this latency thing, man. I think you guys are seeing this almost in real time here. Pretty good. PayPal's tanking. Getting that move there. Nice bullish delta. It wants to hold these prices. Look at that delta as it came through that level. Take a stab at a long here. Oh, I'm on the micro on this. Why am I on the micro? I'll let this trade play out. I should be on the NQ, not the micro. Well, maybe it's gonna save me because this thing's might be a dud. Dang it. We said we weren't. I mean, just up to 57. That's all it's got on it. 56, 57. Well, this will be a practice trade. You see volume coming in up here. This is probably going to push if I don't get stopped out first. But I'm on the wrong contract. Dang it. My bad, guys. My bad. I don't know why I'm on the MNQ. I did take that micro trade yesterday. But over here on the minute, I thought I changed everything. Barnacles. You just gotta put your stop here. If it gets through this, I mean, it may come all the way back down to 20, and then it may come up. And Nasdaq is just tough to trade sometimes, particularly right on the open. But that was our trading plan coming in. So take our stop and switch over the contract here. You'd like to see this thing just run, particularly on the open. Okay, let me switch over here. Still looking to go long on this thing, but falling through that level. Eee, that doesn't look good. Remember what I said, don't get too married to your idea. You're gonna miss actually what's going on. That looks like a short. They get chopped up. You're long, you're short, you're long, you're short. Where do I want to go? I don't know. Meh. Falling. Look at the delta. Going down. You can see market internals are looking bearish. Grab some bulls up there. That's why you take your stop. Just take your stop up there and call it a done trade. Didn't work out. Coming to that support zone, that little support zone here. Maybe it wants to move down to like 06. I mean, that's 10 points. Bouncing off a little bit here though. Feel like I'm just chasing price to its extremes, you know? It makes that move up and I go long. It makes the move down, I go short. It's just not a good way to do it. Oh, I'm stretching. Oh, the other thing I was going to say is Apex is having a big sale, 80% off sale today. You guys are interested in picking up an evaluation, there's a coupon code below. You can use in the description. You just click on that link and that'll give you that 80% off. One thing that I do is when I do these evaluations, particularly when they have big sales, like 80% off, is I'll buy like 10 of them or 5 of them or something. It's cheaper to do that than buy resets. I'm looking at some of the big tech stocks. They're turning red. They were green a minute ago, and they're turning red. Choppy, choppy. Kind of like yesterday, choppy. Possible short. You can see how price is moving up. Delta is actually not moving at all. We're coming to the VWAP 20 SMA. Just bearish candle coming on the 1 minute. You'd expect this thing to come back down to like 08. Stops at 31. Pushing up though. It's just not it's just not nice. This is not particularly good conditions here. Stab at a short here. Ooh, volume came in there. I'm gonna close out. See those buyers step up there on Delta? This looked like on technicals. This looked like a short, right? We get the. God, I wish my pen worked. Dang it! You get the move down. First leg, pull back to VWAP 20 SMA on the 1 minute, bearish candle on the 1 minute. Delta over here is dropping. I mean, that looks like a good short, particularly if you can get in close to VWAP. But the thing that gave it away as a trap is as you see Delta just pop up there, right? We saw point of control come in here, which means we're getting a lot of volume. And then we see buyers coming in through on Delta. It's like those are buyers about to send it up. Just get out of it. Indoor is just some choppy shite today. 40 cents. I'm down 40 cents. And it's just not agreeing with me. Oh, there we go. I got my pen to work. Now it looks like a short. Now you got this bearish candle coming in over here. Fail, break this trend line, move down. Sellers on Delta, so you get trapped here on your short, you get stopped out here, and then oh shit, now I'm gonna go, then I'm gonna go long, and now you're getting stopped out here. So it's really choppy. I think some of the most profitable traders are the traders that trade the least. They know the days to trade and they know when not to trade. And I would say today is probably not a good day to trade. I mean, we'll see what happens, but the range is pretty small. Now it looks like it's going to push up. That's a nice bullish candle in the 1 minute. You can just tell by the way that I'm talking how I'm like it's a short, it's a long, it's a short, it's a long. And when I say it's a nice bullish candle, I'm looking over here on the 1 minute. Just intraday, and I can feel myself trying to find a trade. I can feel myself micro analyzing it, and what it may all just be is if you blow this thing up, it may just be a bunch of noise. This is all just noise, maybe. Just this range coming in. We had the same thing yesterday. Kinda. We had to wait quite a while to find a good trade. If you're just joining us, we took one long here on the open. We bought it up here. As we broke this ascending trend line, we broke through a level that we'd identified in pre-market. Came in, went long somewhere up here, and then got stopped out here. And then I took that on the micro on accident. I had my chart over here on the micro, so that's why you're not seeing the trade here. And then we took a short here and just got out basically flat as we saw buyers coming in. Thought this thing was gonna, push down, pull back to VWAP, and then make another run somewhere around here. Clearly it didn't. You can see here, if you guys use Cumulative Delta, see how price is coming back up to these session highs here, and Delta is just kind of flat. You'd like to see this moving up here. Commensurate it with this move. It's just not. It's just flat. We're top of the band on the 5-minute. It may make a run to 52. I'm not saying it won't, but I just don't see anything in here for me. Well, guys, I don't know. We'll keep watching it, but I don't know. Let me know if anybody out there is trading this thing. This looks like a short. Trades on all these. I would say it's got to get up through zone here on the 4 hour. Then I think you'd probably see that run up to 900. Such small moves though. Yeah, sorry guys. I would just be cautious today. It's not looking that great. I mean, just how slow it's moving. Jesus. Maybe this is coming into a short here. Breaking this trend line. We're up at session highs. Delta is flat, moving down. You know, it's definitely flat. Plus, this most recent candle is moving down. There's just really, yeah. I mean, daily trading futures. I think that it's just not a lot going on. Yesterday, that was a good trade. That big resistance level breakout. But I'll say it again. We are holding these higher prices. This is the 4 hour chart, 240 minutes if you're good at math. This big resistance zone talked about in pre-market prep, broke through it yesterday. This was a nice trade on the breakout. Nice bullish candle here. No real reason to see like it wanted to go down. I think if this was a false breakout, what you'd see is this thing wick through here and then just move back down. Didn't. We held price, bullish candle, came back down to what was resistance is now support. Using that twice here, pushing off of it again. I think it's up at 900 is where it wants to go. But just look at how tight this range is. I think it's struggling to find new buyers to send it up. I think everybody's kind of sitting on their hands being like, I don't want to buy the top of this thing. Now it's moving. Nice bullish candle on the hourly. Oh, 9 o'clock. Do we have some news come out at 9 o'clock? I didn't see anything. Anybody know if we had news come out at 9? I didn't see anything there. Look at a different economic calendar. ISM. Oh no, today is what? The 8th. I don't see anything. Wholesale inventories? I don't know. Came out at 9. I guess that was that little surge there. CPI seasonal factor revisions coming out at 7:30 tomorrow morning. 7:30 Central is 8:30 Eastern. So I guess that little spike we just saw, that impulse was on this release. Just keep that in mind. You guys wouldn't mind giving this thing a like, I'd appreciate it. Yeah, I think that it's cautiously going up. Cautiously going up. Before you know it, we'll be up here at 65. I bought over here on this bullish move. I'm not going to make the same mistake twice, I don't think. Yeah, CNBC is reporting on those wholesale numbers, so they must have been somewhat significant. I don't want to buy the top up here, but it does look like it's just slowly grinding up. If you get in a spot like this where you're trying to buy it and you're like, man, I don't want to buy the top, how do I get in? You can draw a trend line if you wanted to. Sometimes it'll want to retrace back to, areas that were support before, so somewhere around here. Possibly another entry sometimes that I'll use is this Williams percent range, which is a leading indicator. It's like a leading indicator. Sorry, it's like a RSI, but it's a leading indicator. RSI is lagging. Williams percent is leading. You can wait for it to become oversold, particularly in a stock that's like trending up. It just keeps moving up, moving up, moving up. You wait for it to become at a good price, oversold, and then you can try to get in on it. Yeah, I'd be cautious of buying it right up here. Unless you want to endure some drawdown. You can see how price made a new high. Sorry for the clicking. The price made a new high. Delta, though, is not moving up. And that's not to say it's not going to, start ripping up, but just based on like the price action that I'm seeing this morning, this impulse was on those wholesale inventory numbers. So I don't think you want to chase it. If you want to take a stab at this, your take profit would be 59. Stop loss is right here at 43. So right now it's only 5-point take profit for a 10 plus point stop loss. Just not a good trade. See, it's coming up to that. And look at the weekly volume profile. This low volume node here, big area of resistance, pushing away from it. God, ARM is just taken off. It's up 60%. You guys can see the headlines on ARM. I don't know, guys. I'm just cautious of this move. I just don't think it's got the gasoline to really start ripping. Appreciate the likes, guys. Appreciate the likes. Sorry, there's no real fireworks today. Not a nice day. ATR is only 14 on the 5-minute. You can just compare that to like, don't close, please. You know, typically we're up around 23 during US sessions. 23, 25, that's usually pretty good ATR, as you can see. So it's just kind of a slow day. Trend lines. Trend line. Oh, dang it. Wrong one. So I use that ATR sometimes just to see like how aggressive the market might be. And if it's real low, it just means it's just not really moving. So like I said, usually it's around 25, 30. You can get around 35, man. Those are good days to trade. Those are like, price is going to be moving. But you can see here, like, it's getting through this trend line, closing below 20 SMA. It just doesn't have the oomph to get down. I mean, maybe you could, maybe today's like a good mean reversion day, like where you can just be trying to, short the tops, buy the bottoms. It's not really my strength, particularly right now. I mean, you might get an impulse. I don't know. I like doing that mean reversion stuff like after 11 a.m., after 12 p.m., noon, where there's, the volume's kind of died down. It doesn't really have the momentum to get through any key levels with much enthusiasm. You can typically find some decent mean reversion trades at that time. But right now, this time you should be finding nice momentum plays. Just not any. short down to 34, down to VWAP, whopping 2 points. Ooh. I mean, when I saw that, I'm like, oh, maybe I'll take that short, but 2 points, I'm not gonna take a 2-point short. On my down channel here. I was also watching the ARM stock, which is just ripping. If you're looking to go long, I think you gotta get out at 52, maybe 56. I mean, it's got 900 open. It just can't quite get there. Thanks for the likes, guys. Go and smash that like button. I'd appreciate it. You can just look at cumulative delta here. I'm not saying that this is a short, but you can just see the delta divergence kind of going on. We've made a new high here, not make a new high here. So it doesn't look like it's that strong. It's not saying that I'm going to short it, but it's just saying that I don't really like the price. I don't really like the setup here. Again, I think you gotta get it out around 54 to 56. I'm not gonna lie, even that 40 cents, that red 40 cents staring at me, I don't like. I'd be shorting it up here. It just looks so weak. I don't. I'm getting a little antsy. I'm gonna go fill up my coffee mug, come back, and maybe it's done something. I don't know. This might be a short, but I also think that higher time frames. Zooming out is some. When you zoom out on the charts, it looks like we're gonna get that move up to 900. But I think that if you bought it right here, you might be regretting that. It's coming right up to that resistance area. Let's come back and see. I'm gonna go fill my coffee, and come back and see if this thing has moved at all. I'll be back in just about 2 or 3 minutes. What up, guys? We're back. Yeah, this is your short bearish candles on the 1 minute. But again, higher time frames pointing up. We want to swim with the current. Hmm. Pushing down. This whole market, this whole bullish market thing is totally driven by earnings. Apple's moving lower, that's for sure. Anybody getting one of those Apple Vision Pros? Delta's moving down here. Area up here is a place to short it. Well, guys, it's 9:30. Market's been open for an hour. This is just boring. I don't know. I'm probably gonna jump off this thing. I appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate those likes. If I end up taking any trades today, I mean, I just don't see us doing anything. I think we're just in this range up here. You can see it on the 4 hour, and I just, buying the middle of this range isn't buying or selling the middle of this range probably isn't the best idea. We came up here to this resistance level. This would have been a pretty decent short, but my overall thesis is that we are going to start moving up to 17,900, eventually 18,000 before it really hits any significant resistance to move down. Watching this delta kind of just doesn't seem like it's got the buyers to actually push through it today. You see delta is just flat, even when price is moving up. I mean, delta moved up over here, I guess. But as it came up here, made new session highs. We had that divergence in delta. So kind of gives you a sign there's just not much going on, at least the way that I trade. So not the best day today for me. But, whatever. I lost 40 cents. I'll take it and move on. Appreciate you guys being here. Give this thing a like if you wouldn't mind. If you're new to the channel, why consider subscribing. Encourages me to keep doing these things. I'd appreciate it. All right, guys, you take care. I'll see you guys back here on the channel tomorrow. All right, guys, take care. Bye.